Hello and welcome back to Dragon Quest Vault Tutorials. I am KoichiZZ, and in this video I want to go over the recent updates in Dragon Quest Walk. I am very sorry that I haven't been doing videos lately. I actually have been quite busy with everything, so just life in general, work for the most part, not having enough time to actually make videos, but hopefully I can get back into the swing of things in the next coming weeks, so please bear with me. But pretty much what I want to do is go over everything that actually has been going on, and that is actually going to be with the current event that we have on Maison de Seraphy. So with this, this is actually going to be the current event right after the 6th anniversary event, and we have a couple of things going on. So the most recent update that we had was on the 6th of November. So in this case, we have the event quest 2. We're going to have Surarungaru B-Wing. So I'll actually explain that. Then we're also going to have favors bulletin board, and we're also going to have the resonant slime bonding as well as a new monster for the Hokora, which is going to be the Dark Troll. So on the 13th, next week, we're going to have Event Quest 3. We're again going to have, in addition to the slime rescues, we're also going to have an increase to the bonding level for the resonant slime, and we're also going to have a new mega monster as well. So here, what we're going to have for so hard for me to explain this without telling you, going over things first, but pretty much with this event, pretty much Surarungaru, the tank, actually Seraphy has now turned it into like pretty much our residence, which you're going to see right here. So in the first week of the actual event, right over here, we have A-Wing. So A-Wing, what you have to do various things in order to find the slime to come in and live in here. So a lot of that is going to be doing rescuing slime from enemies in battle, but in the first week, you're also going to have being able to defeat enemies using in battles, in defeating elite enemies, tapping on items and houses, acquiring win coins, and such like that. But for this next one, B-Wing, pretty much also the same thing with battles as well, but you also have the bulletin board up here in the top right. With this, you're actually going to have requests from the certain slime. When you actually do get the request, you can actually get increases to the bonding level like I just did right here. So with this, it's going to increase the attack power of this particular enemy or this particular ally. So with that there, besides that, if you don't know what you should be doing next with this, you have this rescue list down here, which will give you hints about how to find the enemies or the slime that you need to rescue. So in this case, I need to defeat bird type enemies, machine type enemies, elemental type enemies, villain type enemies, and then enemies that you often see on the field or you cannot see very often. It all depends on how you want to get view these slimes, but here it looks like I have gotten 31 of the 50 that are here in the B-Wing, so that's going to be that there. But besides that, we're also going to have Hokora. So with this, from the 30th, we had a score calculation. 31st, Halloween, where we had the unofficial start of a new start of the unofficial season. We also had the start of, or the ranking results from the previous season, and then we're also going to have the Suda Machine Z, which is going to be the one of the latest Hokora Rulers. Then on November 6th, again, new Hokora Ruler, the Dark Troll. Then on the 13th, we're going to have update or refreshes for the Hokora. And on the 20th, we will have a new season. So in terms of the Dark Troll, so the latest Hokora Ruler, this is going to be recommended for special classes level 75. The effective skills are going to be all of them: weapon, physical technique, spell, and breath damage. The effective attributes are going to be Dorma, Bagi, and Meta. Ineffective attributes are going to be none, but the debuffs that this particular Hokora Ruler will use are going to be Confusion and also Knockdown. Then besides that, we also have right over down. Let's see, right over here. So this is going to be the Pseudo Machine Z. So with the Pseudo Machine Z, this is actually going to be not just a Hokora Ruler, but also a elite enemy on the field as well. So with that, it's going to actually have two different Hokoras. One is going to be the regular Hokora, and the other one's going to be the harder one, the more challenging one. So the more challenging one is going to be recommended for special classes level 61, while the regular one is going to be for special classes level 36 and advanced classes 81. So for the effective skills, all of them, so weapon, physical technique, spell, and breath damage. The effective attributes in this case will be Dane, Jabadia, and Zaba, with no ineffective attributes, but the debuffs used here are going to be paralysis and also confusion. But besides that, here real quick, or actually not real quick, but I wanted to go over the latest banner. So with this particular banner, this is actually going to be the Manager Seraphy banner, which is going to be available now. So this is what it's going to look like for both Type 1 and Type 2 characters. So with this particular banner, we're going to have the Nikukui no O Shamoji, which is going to be the large paw print rice scooper. So this is actually going to be a very interesting weapon and going to be very useful for the Dark Troll Hokora, and also for the latest Hell Perfume enemy that will appear on the field. So in this case, the main ability of this particular weapon is going to be the Magokuro full burst, which is going to be Sincerity full burst. This is going to cost 59 MP, and it does 780% physical damage to all enemies and inflicts deep sleep, which has a rare chance to ignore resistances to deep sleep. So removes illusion debuffs from all allies, and enemies in deep sleep have their defense in deep sleep have their defenses reduced by 50%, and it's harder for them to wake up. Then after that, we're going to have the Harapeko Mole attack, which is Fierce Hunger attack. This does 48. This costs 48 MP. This does 880% physical technique damage to one enemy and recovers a certain amount of MP depending on the amount of damage done. Which is going to be a maximum of 40 MP. After that, we're going to actually have a healing skill, which is going to be Tobi Kiri o Okaeri Nasai, which is going to be a wonderful welcome home. This is going to cost 10% of your max MP, and with a warm welcome, Seraphy significantly heals all characters. They can only be used once per battle. Then for the sudden activation skills, both of the sudden activation skills are going to be debuffs. So the first one here is going to be Dozo Go Yukiri, which is please take your time. This is going to cost 6 MP, and what it does at the start of the battle, all enemies have their agility greatly reduced, and that's going to last 2 turns. Then over here, the second sudden activation ability is going to be called Slime Tachi no Moso, which is going to be Slime Fight. This is going to cost 10 MP. So with this, the slime will attach to the enemy with the lowest HP. When the enemy dies, it will deal physical damage to enemies on both sides of the enemy and have a chance to blowing them away. Equipping slime type souls or Seraphy increases the effect of this action. So in terms of how this actually works out, is going to be explained right down over here. So with this, the slime and Seraphy soul effects. So if you have no souls of slime or Seraphy, it does 200% physical technique damage with a very rare chance of blowing enemy away. With one soul, that's either slime or Seraphy, it does a 300% physical technique. Does 300% physical technique damage with a rare chance of blowing enemies away. Then if you have two souls, 375% physical technique damage with a rare chance of blowing away enemies. Three souls, 450% physical technique damage with a rare chance of blowing enemies away. And with four souls, 600% physical technique damage with the chance of blowing enemies away. So that's going to be that there. Then in terms of the gear here, we're going to actually have Seraphy's bandana, and we're going to have Seraphy's apron, chest, and also the leggings. They're all going to have the exact same stats. So the first stat is going to be plus 8% to physical technique skill damage. The next one is going to be plus 5% to damage to beasts, and then also the last one is going to be plus 5% success rate to the sleep debuff. So that's going to be actually quite interesting. So the special 1000 2000 purchase gem tinge draws are available, which are guaranteed at least one 5-star gear, but not necessarily from this banner. Then for every 3000 gems that you do for a 10 chest draw, you will receive a stamp, and on the 6th, 10th, 16th, and 20th stamps, you will get a pickup in which you are guaranteed a 5-star piece of equipment, but it might not be from this specific banner. Then, but also remember, on the 20th stamp, you will also get the weapon for this banner. Then here, this is going to be the Madoromi selection, which is going to be the dosing selection. So equipment from the Goth Lolita Sathya banner and the Dharma Temple Armamentalist banner will appear in chest draws for the Manager Seraphy banner. So this banner is going to be available from October 30th to November 27th. So what I want to do here is actually go and show you the Hokora. So going to be the first one I want to do is going over the Sura Machine Z Hokora. So this is going to be the challenging one. So with this, I can't use any particular or any items, and I can only use one support skill. So here I'm actually not going to worry too much about going over the abilities of this particular enemy. I just want to actually go ahead and use this particular team I have on, which is actually going to be the same one that I use when I go up against Las Versas. So here we go. So here we go with this team. So hopefully things actually do work out. So the first thing that's going to happen is actually going to be this particular case right here. So what I want to do is I'm actually going to go ahead and I'm going to use Lucky Taro. And then here with this, I'm just going to go ahead and attack. But with this, yeah, it doesn't get onto the character that I would like. So here I can't really do much of anything else. So the only thing that I can really do is probably try to debuff. So I'm going to actually try debuffing the character there, which I can't do. Then here what I'll do is I'll go ahead and attack. So there goes the shield. So here I got the slime there to help me out. So that actually does really help me out quite a bit. So here again, going to go ahead and try to use Latiho. Nothing there. But here could do some pretty good damage. So here just the Pseudo Machine Z left. So here just healing up. So I would say probably this next coming turn, I should be able to defeat this enemy. So, okay, good. So with this here, I can't really do much here. So here just going to try to use Latiho again. Miss. But here I'm going to be able to buff up my Demon Swordsman. And possibly with this here, could take it out. And done. Okay. So this Hokora is worth 30,810 XP. Then the Pseudo Machine Z is a blue soul. Here I got a D. Okay, so that was my battle against the Pseudo Machine Z Hokora Ruler. So like I said, this is going to be the pretty much almost the exact type team that I've been using against Las Verza. So going to be G-Body base, even though Dane would probably be the better attribute to use here. But this team actually did work out pretty well. So now what I want to do is actually go ahead and try a different team, but use this against the Dark Troll, so I'll be right back. Okay, so now that I'm back with this slightly different team, things that I actually have changed are going to be the souls that I have on my Demon Swordsman on the left. So going to change them from, actually I had them on Boggy and not Jabari before, but now I'm going to be using Dorma, which is going to be the best attribute to use against the Dark Troll Hokora. Then also on the right, I have a High Priest equipped with the latest weapon. So hopefully I will actually be able to debuff the Dark Troll and the Troll in the Hokora by making them go to fall in a deep sleep. So hopefully that will actually happen in this case. So this is going to be found right over here in our Hokora Ruler list up here. So here, this is again going to be level 75 Hokora Ruler. So with this going to be just the regular type of Hokora, going to be the conditions are just going to be can't use items beyond their maximum allowable capacity. I cannot use Do the World Tree or the Tree or World Tree more than once. So here I actually want to go ahead into this battle. So here we go. So here we go with this battle. So most likely my High Priest is going to go first. So here I want to go ahead and hopefully can debuff some of these characters. So I was able to debuff the Troll here. So now in a deep sleep. So here next what I'm going to do is going to actually, this might work, this might not work, we'll see what happens. This is going to be on my High Priest, so that didn't work there, but here just going to go ahead, buff up my character here. Here what I'll do is I'll actually just go ahead, use a regular attack like this. So that there, everyone's cured of confusion, but here going to use Flames of the Phoenix. And going to here use Force Blast. So there, Troll is taken down. And there, that was the effect from the latest weapon. So the paw print rice scooper. And there, I'm actually at my max level for tension. Again, this is also going to buff up my character. And I would say probably most likely here, this is going to take out the Dark Troll. Yes. Okay. So this Hokora is worth 45,285 XP. And here the Dark Troll is a yellow soul, and here I got a D. Okay, so that was actually the 2 Hokora Rulers that we have for this new unofficial season. So yeah, so definitely you want to go ahead and try to get the souls for these. So I do have the S-grade soul for the Suda machine, which is going to be found right over. So right over here, Suda Machine Z. So with this, since it's a blue soul, the main stats are going to be your max HP, your strength, your agility, and also your dexterity. So 133 for your max HP, 126 for your strength, 100 for your agility, and 88 for dexterity. A little low, but still not too bad. In terms of the abilities, you have here plus 8% to weapon and physical skill damage, plus 5% damage to beast, plus 5% resistance to being knocked down, and plus 5% resistance to lowered agility resistance. So that's going to be the S-grade soul here. So I do not have the Dark Troll S-grade soul yet, but I'll probably go over it in a different video. But definitely next, what I'll do in my next video, I will go over the latest weapon and go into detail about the actual abilities of the weapon, so please stay tuned for that. But with that said, I'm going to go ahead and end this video here, so thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. If you'd like to see more, please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.